What's up, everybody? Rubber Dog here. Just want to say good morning and Merry Christmas. It's kind of cold out where I am right now, but I imagine a lot of places are a lot colder than 35 degrees. So, want to just say happy birthday to Jesus, my Lord and Savior. And well, let's get started here. As you can see here, I got a revolver. Let's make sure it's not loaded. I got in here. What we got here? It's a 38 special. Some Plus P hollow points, XTP cartridges. Yeah, let's see, focus on that. Hornady, but that's not the issue right. Yeah, that's not the main thing right now. So we just go. What we have here is a Taurus Model 80, old school classic gun. Let's see here. Don't you just love how they write on the side of the barrel? 38 special. This is an older gun here. See, it's got the firing pin on the hammer. Model 80. I'm not sure what year it was made. I tried to do some research on them. Maybe they started making them back in the early 70s. I called Taurus and they couldn't give me no information because this dates back before Taurus USA was making guns and took over the company and all that. But it's not a bad looking gun. Got some pretty good blue one on here. Let's double check again. A little 6-shot. See what we got in double action. Not too bad. Single action. This particular gun, it's got the grooves on the trigger here. I remember when I first bought this gun, it was 2005. It was Father's Day. Me and my son was at the gun range. He was like 9 years old. I was shooting this gun. Oh man, this trigger here just wore my finger out with them hard grooves on here. Look at this. That was brutal after about 100 rounds. But I've had this gun ever since. This is my first revolver. I bought it in 2005. And about 10 years ago, I committed an ultimate gun sin. This was the original barrel right here. It was a 4-inch, like this one is. We'll go right here. What I did was I got my concealed carry permit, and I didn't have a gun that was easily concealable at the time because I only had a few guns. So I took and I cut this gun down right here. I know what you're thinking. I know I didn't know as much about guns back then as I do now, but I needed to carry a gun because I had my permit. So I didn't pay a lot for this gun, probably about $300 to $400 at the time. So I took and I cut it down. I still carried it a little bit, but it was still kind of bigger frame and all that. So eventually after that I got smaller guns to carry. But yep, committed the ultimate gun sin, everybody. But I redeemed myself a few years ago. Been thinking about it for a long time, but a few years ago I decided I'm going to fix this problem. It took me I got it fixed probably about 2 years ago now, and I haven't even shot it since then. I've got the gun back. The gunsmith put the barrel on here. Let's see what we got for target. Yeah, the fixed back like most Tauruses. Blade at front. Maybe I should paint that blade, but it's back to its original glory, its original parts group. The funny thing was this barrel to get replaced was like $45 for the barrel itself, but then you had to pay for to get it put on, Loctited and all that. Even the gunsmith couldn't find out what year this gun was made, and I tried calling Taurus and they can't tell me anything. So it's just kind of disappointing. I like collecting old guns. And you got this right here. I mean, it's pretty neat. Still had the original tag on there and stuff. So hang on one second. Drink me a little coffee out of my favorite mug here. But as you can see, it still has like a Smith & Wesson look to it because they worked together years ago. But what made me want to get a revolver back when I was 16, I think. I was working at a place and we was by the woods, and the guy I was working with was an older person, and he had I don't know if he had a 357, but he had a revolver with either 4 or 6 inch barrel on there. He had a ridge on top of it. Was out there shooting it in the woods. I thought it was the coolest thing ever. So I was like, I gotta get me a revolver one day. And you saw my first gun, my 1911, but it went for a few years. You know, I had that in my hunting rifle and a shotgun for like, 15 years or so before I was ever. I don't know, that was about 10 years later. I started, after I became an adult, then I was able to start affording guns. So it was a long time before I ever started growing my gun collection between my shotgun, rifle, and handgun until I bought this gun here in 2005. So this is it, my Taurus Model 80. But I can get guns, when I do get old guns, with the firing pin on the hammer.